Hey guys, welcome back to the Adventures of Marrow. Right now, you can see we are running through the West Commons. We're on our way back to the Misty Thicket to kill more Halflings. We got big plans. A video that didn't work out. I forget why, but I decided to delete it. I think something went wrong. Oh yeah, I thought I had paused it when I had it, and I still don't have a video editor. I do plan to get one soon. I'm gonna bust out my keyboard. I'm gonna make my own intro music and do a little singing. Figure something cool, because I was a jazz major, but kind of entertaining out for an intro song. That's all probably a pipe dream, and I'll probably just find some random sound file. But I want to put an intro and maybe an extra, or an ending, exit, and yeah. I might even go back to what I did with some of my old cleric videos. Was after I said what I had to say, I would just let the video record a ton of footage of fighting, and then you speed it up and maybe put some background music on, and makes for something to watch. But I think when you're doing the adventures kind of thing like I'm doing now, I think it's better to just have commentary. And I think oftentimes if you're like me, you're watching the video 25% of the time, but you're listening to it. So you don't come to this channel to listen to whatever music I decide to put on while I'm fighting. But point is, I'm playing around with what to do with the channel, because I was talking to a friend, you might guess who, about how, and he turned me on to the idea that if you get 1,000 subscribers, you get monetized. I was always kind of against monetization because I thought, naively thought, that if you're not monetized, therefore there's no ads. So I'm like, I'm not gonna monetize. That means that my viewers have to watch ads. But he said it does not work that way. The ads are there either way. So I'm in China, and my bank account's dwindling there in America because I don't have any sort of income in America, right? Oh, shout out to, I forget their name, and I don't know if they watch my videos. It was a comment on a Classics video, but shout out to them because they told me a trick that when the map doesn't load on nparse, let me see, is nparse showing up? Oh, I need to reactivate my nparse map in OBS. It's not coming up. I gotta delete it. But anyway, when the map is not showing up on nparse for the right zone, what you do is you just hit /enter. Like if you want to see who's in the zone, you hit /enter. And the nparse picks up the zone name when you do that, and voila, it's there. And I was wondering about that, because a couple of times I noticed that, well, we gotta kill this skeleton. I noticed that nparse had somehow figured out where I was, and I didn't know how. I didn't know how it did that. Now I know. I must have /who'd the zone, and nparse therefore updated. So no more right-clicking on my nparse map and scrolling through a list of all the zones and selecting the zone I'm in and hitting enter. I can simply hit /enter, and voila, I'm there. It's got the map. That's really cool. Thank you for that tip if you're watching. And I'm throwing it out there to anybody else who might be watching. I'm going to have to send a tell to my friend Levii, because he was the one who told me to update the map manually by right-clicking on it, which I have been doing. And it turns out that's not necessary. So here we are. I spent a little bit more time in Levii by my own after Classic and I had our run at it. And I didn't have any more luck with this underbrush, but while I was attempting that, I saw the ghoul boss, and I hit him on track, and I started... oh, someone's asking for a sound. I hit him up on track, and I looked him up, and I found out he's for the second part of the Orc Impaler quest. The first part is what Classic and I were attempting to do, which was to kill the Shadowman leader. We killed the Sorry, excuse me, I'm talking to this little guy. He's level 6. He's trying to get to the common lands. Oh. Yeah, so we killed the placeholder for the Shadowman leader, but we never got him. So I will have to go back and get the Shadowman leader, but now that I have the Ghoul Boss's logbook, all I need is the Shadowman leader, and then I'm ready to do the Orc Impaler quest, which is cool. This guy's like, it's hard start as a newbie, and I said, good luck with the. I said, oh yeah, that's why I love it, man. Oh man, you're in for a treat. He said 20 years since I last played. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm so happy I came back myself about a year ago. Search for P99 and the zone name, such as P99 Common Lands, to find maps on the P99 wiki. Very helpful. Do I have some crap items I don't need? At the moment I don't, but I'll give you 10 plat. Why not help this guy? Okay, click off your invis. You have to click. I'm gonna pause the video while I work this out. This guy's English is apparently pretty bad. You real quick, because the undead are going to spawn soon, almost nighttime. Good luck. Alright. Yeah. It's 5 p.m. And now that the... I don't know, was it a patch? I thought Kithcore is going to be safe for quite a good deal longer, but apparently not. From what I hear, Kithcore now has the undead in it after January 1st, after the patch which changed the legacy items. For those who are watching and do not already know, which is probably a very, very small minority, the legacy items did not really go away. They're all pretty much still in the game, except now they are all no drop, and they are changed in name as well as in appearance, but not in function. So instead of rubicite, we have something called pinkicite, which for me is great news because I'm going to give this rubicite BP to Sendrith. All I have to do is go to CT and get a pinkicite BP, and I've got 2 rubicite breastplates functionally, although I'm not excited about putting pink on my character. So I will still be going back to chase down that thistle underbrush. It's the last thing I need to get the Ivy Edge tunic, which, even though it doesn't have the HP regen, as you get to higher levels, it's probably better. When I'm tanking, it's got an extra 30 HP. I think it might have 2 more AC, or it has the same AC. And it's got 3 strength and 3 wisdom. The wisdom is super helpful for helping my casting level up. I've been really trying to get some wisdom. I got those cheap +3 whiz earrings on this character at the moment already. So anyway, I'm feeling ready to start my cleric twink, especially since I really kind of wanted to start him before the event zone goes away on the 9th. I would like to get him in there and maybe potentially get a rotting box. but it would be tough. I would have to level him up to the level that he gets invis versus undead to make it through that that dangerous zone. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Real life is crunching pretty hard lately. My car is dead in this spot now. This car has had no problems. Had it for over a year. Driven it 30,000 kilometers, which I think is something like 20,000 miles. But I think something's up with the battery. I was coming home from poker last night, which I won $100. Oh yeah. And this turtle light turned on, which means, uh-oh, we're only gonna let you, accelerate at a crawl. And unlike other times, it felt different. I knew something was really wrong. See, sometimes when you're getting close to the maintenance time, the turtle will pop up and the car will not accelerate very quickly, but it can still reach speed. And then you just got to get it checked up, and then they give it the okay, and then it gets its wonderful Lamborghini-esque acceleration. See, that's one of the things I think people don't realize about electric cars. They are so fun because they accelerate like a mofo. And, you buy a cheap electric car, it's like you got a Lamborghini. It's just like, "Rrrr." It's wonderful. I love it. But, anyway, it was capping me out at like 50 kilometers an hour, which is, well, I probably don't need to tell those of you who are familiar at all with kilometers. It's quite slow. It's probably like 35, 40 miles per hour. I'm driving through the city in China, so, I mean, usually the maximum I go is like 60, 70, sometimes 80. So it didn't really make me any later, but it sure made me worried because it was like 1 a.m. And I'm like, no, and it's cold here. It's like high 30s right now here in Wuhan, China. So it's high 30s, 1:30 a.m. I work at 8. I was like, please do not die on me right now. I have to wake up my wife with a call, you know. Be like, hey, honey, can you call a tow truck? you know, not good times for her. Luckily, it made it home. But then I was looking for something, and I went down to and it said it had more than half of its power. But I went down and I hit the unlock button on the key. No response. No response. I had to manually unlock it. Inside, hit the lock button. Unlock for the doors. No response. So it's flat dead. It's almost like the battery started leaking power, and it just totally leaked out overnight. I don't really know, honestly, what's going on. Anyway, we're back here because I need a ton of money. I'm still looking to get a Sharkbone Warhammer or something good to give Sendrith. He has pretty much everything he needs, with the exception of he could use he needs a weapon. He definitely needs a weapon. A Sharkbone Warhammer seems like pretty much the best in slot that we can get for him right now. But I would take anything with a decent ratio that a cleric could use. Since it seems to be difficult to get a hold of, Classic and I were talking about potentially going to Kithakor now that the undead are there. There's a pretty decent cleric. Look at riposte, already leveled up 3 times. There's a pretty decent cleric weapon that can drop there. It is no drop though, so I'll have to get Sendrith in the zone and camp him out so he's ready to loot it. But I'm excited about that. It's like a ruined Morningstar. It gives -5 save disease, but it's got a decent damage ratio and it does +6 wisdom. So it would be a really good starting weapon for him. It's like 733. So that would be a cool option because those mobs are about 35 to 37, 38. Classic is now 42 and I'm 36. So that seems like they would still be dark blue to him, but they're also not like red to me. They're like dark blue to me, so I can land hits and be a contributing member of our little duo. Of course, it's going to be much slower than soloing for him, but we'll get to play together, accomplish something together, and it'll be interesting because, they're walking around all the time. So there's plenty of danger there. So we're trying to level our two-hand slash, and people have been trying to scare me about how hard it is to level, but I think my dexterity at 105 is really making a difference because it's at 290. It leveled up once on that one, but I've seen it level up 2 or 3 times in a single kill. So I'm happy with that speed. Yeah, it could be faster, I guess, but that's decent, I think, right? Wouldn't you agree? That's decent. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be making money. And I wanted to say saving lives. I don't know why it just came to mind as like a kind of a joke thing to say, because it's totally inappropriate. The taking lives is appropriate. Going to be making money and taking lives. Innocent little lives. Just going to be taking them up. Tasty little halfling lives. Yummy, yummy. In my wood elf tummy. I was thinking after watching Classics videos of going to Hackanon after this. Those guards are 35. Just continuing the little people slaughter. Just like Marrow Arrow's kind of an effed up guy, and he's just got a thing against little people. It's kind of like the story that I'm weaving in my head here to support these atrocities. Really, I just need money and a good dad camp solo XP spot, because I just can't group all the time. I would love to. But definitely going to have to find a good session to get up to Kazakh Thule again. And get ourselves a Pinkasite BP. I just need the BP. I should get all the pieces. I should get all the trash pieces that give the stats that are actually like better than the visible pieces. Then I can pass all of the rubicite. And I only call them trash pieces because they drop off the trash. They don't drop off the name mobs. But in my opinion, they're the best pieces of rubicite. So I really want to get those so I can pass these ones on to Sendrith. The ones with some stats, like 5 strength. Sendrith is going to need a lot of strength because he's going to be weak as a high elf cleric. He's going to be wearing heavy armor, and he's going to have a base strength of something like 60 or 68. I forget what he's got. I put a couple points into strength, even though that's not, the min-max way. But he's going to need extra strength to help him carry stuff. I think I'm going to give him my box of Abukar if I don't manage to get him one, which I probably won't. Because I think Marrow's got enough strength. Like, with my buff, I got 123. I've also got the Bag of Evil Sonai. And my next destination after I get the Pinkasite BP, after I make some money here, is to hit Lower Guck and get into that Assassin Supplier Camp. I want to get that other bag, the large soiled bag or something. So if I got two 70% weight reduction bags and the kind of strength I have, I can live without the box. Sendrith definitely needs it more. He's going to probably, just wearing his armor, he could potentially only have like 7 extra pounds of carrying capacity. So in consideration of this, I want to give him the box as well as all the other things I'm giving him. The Mana Stone, the Rubicite Breastplate, and other various pieces of armor. I've got a Mistmore shield to give him. All I need to get now is the one-hand blunt weapon. And I want to buy some jewelry. Jewel crafters make jewelry. That'll be easy for me to get a bunch of pieces together when I have the money that will really boost her charisma. Charisma rings, charisma earrings. Charisma earrings I think I have to go to Unrest for. I don't think they're crafted. Get them off the bartender in the fireplace camp of Unrest. But I can get rings, I can get a necklace, I think, and there's another piece of jewelry that I can buy. Face thing. I saw it for sale as I left the tunnel. It's like 750, so I don't know. But if we can get like 20 or 30 charisma on her. I've got the robe of the Oracle for her, but that doesn't have any charisma. She's got 90 charisma. We got to at least break 100. I would like to get it to like 120, 150, but I just don't see that happening. I'm like broke right now. I got 50 plat to my name at the moment. Anyway, just gonna farm some guards, make some money, and start up Sendrith. I was really hoping a friend would be on right now, but there's only 460 people on the server right now at the time that I'm playing. It's my 7:40 p.m. and on the west coast of the United States, such as California, my hometown, and also where Classic is located, I think it's 3:43 a.m. at the moment. So server's dead. None of my friends in game are on to help me transfer some stuff to Sendrith. so I'll have to do it at another time. I'm going to pause it for now, and that might be it for this session. Alright, just wanted to plug in. I take it back. I've killed like a bunch of guards, and I've gotten like one more level of two-hand slash since I last mentioned it. When I was in the 80s, because I started at like 81, it seemed like the 80s went really quick, but it seems to have really slowed down once the skill got up to the 90s. So this is definitely going to be a slog to level up the two-hand slashing, but it's also going to be a slog to get through an entire level here on these guards, which are the dark blues are about to turn light blue, and these light blues were light blue last level, so they're probably about to turn green. So XP is not great here with 2 light blues, 2 dark blues, and 1 that's either green or dark blue in each rotation. There's 1 more guard that I'm not killing because these guys start to pop again before I get the chance to kill him. I'm also leveling up disarm, which I just unlocked. I totally forgot about my level 35 skill, so on the way here I trained him. I got disarm and riposte. And if you look at my skill window here, you'll see, oh, let me bandage up while we do that. You'll see riposte has been flying up since we logged on. We started it, oh, this is way back. I was on my way here. When does the combat start? Let's see. Okay, so combat starts and riposte just starts flying up. Starts at 50, and it's cruising. Archery went up to 139, two-hand slashing. Riposte is now at 63, so it's gone up 13 levels, whereas two-hand slashing, I think it's gone up 2 or 3. So this is actually a good place for us to chill and just get these skills up. They all have spears, so we can be constantly training disarm. Not that that's incredibly useful, but I like to get it up. Why not? A taunt seems to have capped out at 150, and I don't know if or when it can ever go higher than that. Perhaps it can't. But that's okay, because we got other ways of getting aggro. And most importantly of all is just the two-hand slash skill. So all of that's going to take a while, and it's going to take quite a few halflings to get to the level anyway. So this is a nice balance of getting XP, training skills, and also making money. It's kind of the perfect place to be right now for us. I am really itching to play the Enchanter, but and I probably should be, to be honest. I got about 20 or 30 more minutes before the family gets home. Then we got to do the whole night routine, and then I'll have like another hour or so to play in the evening. And perhaps at that time, I will play the Enchanter, take her back in the event zone, and solo some of those skeletons at the entrance if they're available. So yeah, that's the plan. Oh, I just realized I had a thought I didn't finish earlier. I was mentioning how I'm hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers, and then I can monetize the channel. And I think that would be nice to get some income trickling into my US bank account, because it's so I don't have to perhaps transfer money over from China, which I lose a lot on the transfer as well as the conversion. So it would be nice if I could get some sufficiency, because I use my US bank account for some small charges. For example, I have a YouTube Premium membership, so I don't see any ads, which I highly recommend if you like watching YouTube videos. So long story short, if you know anybody you think would actually enjoy watching these videos, you know, they like to watch EverQuest videos and they're just unaware of my channel, if you could, you know, mention it, if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, that'd be pretty cool to see some income coming in from this. It probably would start very small, but who knows what would happen. I do notice that I lost some subscribers when I started playing Project Quarm, and I do notice that my videos have declined in views. It's been a while though, but when I first started, I was amazed about how much people liked it. I think I had one video that got like 3.6k views in a week, but now my videos seem to do. They were hitting 300 for a while. Now they're doing about 120, 130 views. So if that's the amount of views, I don't know how much, you know, income it will actually produce. But I am curious to see. It'd be a fun little hobby. And yeah, if it was able to, I think I got like $30 a month to $40 a month of charges going into my US bank account, maybe less. Like I have a Kindle membership for my kids to read books, and I got the YouTube membership. And there might have been one other I can't remember right now. But yeah, if I could manage to get this to cover those expenses, that would be clutch. It would be really cool. If only because I'm trying to see if Bardot is in there. He is in there. Why am I not seeing his name though? It's like he's not there. Okay, Drabo. I mean Drabo. Yeah, that would be really cool. So I don't have to transfer money. So yes, please, if you know somebody, don't go out of your way. But if you can think of somebody who likes to watch EverQuest videos, not aware of mine, and they would enjoy them. I mean, maybe send them a link. Back to the guard grind. I'm trying to decide. This video's already 25 minutes, but you know, maybe I will double up and I'll do a little bit of my enchanter on this video. Even though this is the Adventures of Marrow, it'd be a nice change to see a different character, a different strategy going on, I think, and to see the new event. So I think it'd be a nice touch. Eventually, if I do start grinding either Sendrith or Miana, my enchanter, they're going to get their own separate playlist. Those of you who might have tuned in recently, if you want to watch this series from the first video, which I think was at like level 15, you can go to the playlist. And I tried to keep the names consistent so they're all put in the correct order. And I tried to make it so like you could start at level 1 and you could start at the first and then it would progress through the second and the third and the fourth, but it could be inverted. If anybody tries that and they find it inverted, please let me know. And I can re-invert it to get it right. But yeah, if you'd like to do that, go hit the playlist and you can see it that way. If you want to start from the beginning, see I think some of the earlier stuff was actually more exciting. Some pretty nail-biting combat where I had to snare kite like quite a bit, especially when I was doing East Commons. I had to snare kite some Kodiaks that were like yellow, white and yellow to me. Otherwise, I'd be, a dead man. So I think that made for some fun gameplay and, had a lot more close calls at the lower levels. So we got things kind of figured out right now, more or less. We got our good equipment. Back then, I didn't have any good equipment. I was pretty bare bones. I think I had gotten the banded from my friend Levii, but that's about it. I think I had a fine steel weapon. So it's not often. Nowadays, most of the rangers you see are twinks, and I basically am a twink, except I'm a main, right? But it was more interesting playing with the gear that I was able to farm. Oh, I forgot to put the Shield of Thistles on, of course. Always forget something. So yeah. I'm going to pause it here, and probably next time I flick it on, it'll either be a summary of this session on Marrow, or you'll be seeing Miana in the new event zone. Alright, kids just went down, except for the littlest one, who you might hear crying in the background. She doesn't like to go to bed, especially since we're making her go to bed by herself. But I just found my friend Levii, and his good friend, also my friend Beth, the cleric, with whom I got my fishbone earring. And they're just starting up an event zone group. So I'm going to do some XP in over there. Running to get a port as we speak. Alright, so we got some nice little trio action going here. 46 Shadow Knight, 37 Cleric, and me, your friendly neighborhood 36 Ranger. I'm trying to do as much extra DPS I can with Stinging Swarm and putting a Shield of Thistles on Levii. And I'm thinking that this two-handed weapon, despite only being level 92, might be doing better DPS than I would be doing with my dual wielding. So, yeah. It's pretty safe because, you know, the cleric's able to keep us alive for sure. Luckily, the SK is doing the pulling. It gives me some time to med because throwing the dots on as well as the damage shield is, as well as snares, is draining my mana, as you can see. And most of that's because I got a bunch of fizzles on the last attempt to cast the dot. But yeah, just doing what I can to help speed things up. Keeping mobs snared so they don't run away. Slapping, leveling up stuff, hopefully. And getting an XP. I've gotten 2% since I got here not too long ago. So I'll check in with you a little bit later. We'll see how it's going, if anything changes. For those who maybe haven't experienced the event zone, oh, look at that. You get stuff like that going on all the time. That might be coming back on us. But check this out. There's some fireworks. Oh, I didn't have a camera so I could look up. Woohoo, yay. Oh, looks like he got one of them. But didn't work out for us. Yeah, these summoned fireworks, meaning that they're no rent, basically. Drop off of these guys a lot. Alright, so we just left the event zone. We got 17% XP. We weren't even in there very long. We were really hoping to expand into a better camp, pick up an enchanter. Would have been perfect because our DPS was so low, but we had these big two-handers, so the haste from the enchanter plus a pet would have been awesome DPS. The clarity would have kept us going really nicely. The cleric, the shadow knight, and the ranger all have mana, right? So an enchanter would have been really the perfect add to our group. Plus the crowd control, we have the cleric to keep them alive. So we were really hoping to pick up an enchanter. It just never happened. We stayed a trio, but got 17%. You know, made some progress. And yeah. Ooh, what's this Thunderhoof Quiver? Ooh, that is nice. That would be some better haste for me. Low capacity size, though. Better haste for shooting, but lower capacity size. Alright, let's see how much we made in ring mail real quick. I was looting like everything. They didn't seem to care about anything. So right now we've got 65 plat and 43 gold. And let's sell it up. I should really pay attention to what my cleric needs. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I already sold 2 capes. I hope I have another one in case I need them. Okay, it looks like Sendrith does need a cape. He needs capes, bracer. He needs cape, bracer. See, he's got boots. He's got legs. He's got waist. He needs a waist. Boots. He needs waist, cape, shoulders. Waist, cape, shoulders, bracer. Waist, cape, shoulders, bracer. Waist, cape, shoulders, bracer, face. Waist, cape. Oh, I have it in my inventory. What am I doing? Just waist. There we go. I do have another cape. Tell me I have some room somewhere. Jeez, the bank's getting too full, man. I'm gonna have to delete some of the less important items in here. Skull of Meldrath. That's not deletable, but I don't need an encrypted document. Or a thick grizzly skin. Definitely need that. Okay. So we need a cape. Where's the waist? There, we got the waist. We need the cape. Shoulders. Face. So these 3 bags at the bottom are holding all the stuff that I do plan to give to Sendrith. Let me take these gems, since I do plan on giving Sendrith platinum anyway. That'll free up some space. So now we can give him... I think we did get one iron mask somewhere. Just gotta find it. There it is. Can he? It's a large, so he cannot wear it. Oh well. Oh well. He's got everything but the face, I think. Not bad. Does he have something to put on his head? Not sure if he does. Let me see. Nope. Nope. Yes, he does. He's got a small bandit which has AC 8 and these large ring mail, small ring mail, AC 7. So it's better than that. Alright, so we got him almost everything except for the face. I think he's gonna be pretty happy since he is me. I'm almost positive. Wait, where's the shoulders I just got for him? Where did I put them in the wrong bag? Alright, I'm gonna pause for this ridiculousness. Alright, so what we got from the event zone put us from 65 and 40 in terms of plat and gold to 111 and 132. So that's 8 plat and gold plus... So that brings us, say, around to 120. I mean, like 55, 60 plat. Not bad for a quick session. Now I'm going to give Sendrith basically as much money as I can, I think. I do want to buy him some sort of a weapon. Polished. I'm going to go shopping a little bit while I'm waiting here. I'm going to pause it while I do until I see something interesting. Alright, so we picked up a black enameled mace. And I think this is what commonly drops in the Assup camp for Sendrith. We paid 160. So, no stats, but I don't think that matters in the beginning, you know. He's got the Rubicite BP, just needs a good weapon. I'm almost tempted to use his Splinter Club for a while, just to give, so his skills can level up a bit more, you know. So I'm going to get this all ready, put it in the container so it's all ready to be handed off, put it in the bank, and then I got to get myself over to Felwith. That's where Sendrith is. So I'm going to have to take it out of the bank there and give it to probably a fresh level 1 high elf of a friend's. Levii, who I was just playing with, said he would be back to help me with that. Also, Turpentine said that too. He said a while ago he'd be back in 45 minutes, but it's been longer than that, so family life, you know, stuff comes up. He might be busy. But we are going to get ourselves over to, probably have to go to BB, but if we can grab a wizard, it'll take us right to G-Fey. Alright, getting ready here. Gonna give Sendrith all of this gear you're looking at. Black enameled mace. I think almost the whole set of like bandit or ring mail. Rubicite boots, shield, Rubicite breastplate, chipped bone collar, some HP and mana on that. Moonstone ring, strength and mana. Another strength ring. Stamina earring, just because it's sitting in the bag. Ozzer sleeves, which give nice AC, and weigh next to nothing. A few crushed bone belts, couple stacks of bone chips. I think he's just about ready to get started. We're just waiting to meet my friend Levi's new high elf. I think he's making right now. And we're going to be wearing a mithril breastplate until we get something better. Nice bump to HP. I don't really care much for the agility because I'm not sure it does anything besides helping defensive skills level up. But if it does help, like dodge success chances, riposte success chances, that's nice. And I am leveling up riposte right now, so it's a good time to wear it. But no more HP regen, unfortunately. So now he's back on his other character in the comments. Alright, I'm going to pause it for now. Alright, Sendrith is back. Looking pretty spiffy for the moment. Got almost every slot filled except for the face, the shoulders, and a bracer. The shoulders that I was giving him I didn't realize were large, so those are just going to be sold to be turned into some extra plat. But everything else looks pretty good. We got our dex up to 76, strength up to 68. Our weight is at 69, so we are actually encumbered right now. I destroyed his club, and now that brings him down to 64. So we definitely are in need of some extra strength items here. We are incredibly overweight. This box is a weight 4, so we're going to definitely replace that with something lighter. I would like to get some medicine bags. Those are my favorite. They're much lighter. Box of Abacar is only weight 2. Tailor bag is really light. So yeah, this box needs to go. I didn't realize how close we were to being overweight. We've only got 4 pounds of carrying weight, and look, we got like no loot besides this large ring mail. That's a good 6 pounds. So we got about 10 pounds of carrying capacity, and we got stuff that's giving us strength. This moonstone ring's giving us 3. This other ring's giving us 2. I think one of my other items is also giving us some strength. So I think what we should also do is take Marrow to CT, get that pinkosite, and make him wear the pinkosite, shamefully so, and get some. That'll free up at least 5 strength, I think, in rubicite that we can hand over to Sendrith here. But happy to be back. Gonna have another series to share on this channel of Sendrith the cleric. Alright, I've got to switch back to do some other stuff, but I think this is a good place to end the video, you guys. I'll see you next time.